province from COVID-19 countries.
While the Minister of Community Development, Kampamba Chewe, says government is in talks with cooperating partners and the Minister of Health to procure face masks, sanitizers and other necessary products as well to prevent the continued spread of the coronavirus for less privileged people. Ms. Chewe says the ministry has already identified beneficiaries through the data collected by the officers on ground who are also sensitizing the people on the virus. And Ms. Chewe has expressed displeasure with the United Party for National Development for beating and harassing disabled people who went to lobby the UPND leader on Bill 10 with regards to the clause on inclusiveness of the disabled.
Eastern Province Deputy Permanent Secretary Josephat Lombe has directed management at Mwami border post, which connects Zambia and Malawi, to put adequate hand-washing sections and sanitizers to curb the spread of the coronavirus. And Provincial Health Director Gideon Zulu says concerted effort is required to prevent the spread of the virus, and Zambia has recorded 2 confirmed cases of coronavirus, and globally the cases have continued to increase rapidly with over 220,000 cases, and it has increased the death toll as well, nearly reaching 9,000 deaths. That's pretty much it for your local news update. We'd like to update you on your money markets for those of you that are trading in forex, and we'd love to know how the kwacha is faring against other currencies. Here are our money markets.
Alright, so as of close of business yesterday, the US dollar was buying at 16 kwacha 81 ngwe and selling at 16 kwacha 86 ngwe, whilst the Great British Pound was buying at 19 kwacha 54 ngwe and selling at 19 kwacha 16 ngwe. The Euro was buying at 18 kwacha 16 ngwe and selling at 18 kwacha 22 ngwe, whilst the South African Rand was buying at 97 ngwe and selling at 98 ngwe. So that's it for the money markets, and it's what the kwacha is currently trading at. We have seen this slump in the kwacha getting even a little worse.
Getting a little rather serious.
Yeah, and of course government through the Ministry of Finance has somewhat taken certain measures to make sure that the dollar is arrested to it. So we do not expect the situation to worsen. This morning, as you get up and getting ready for the rest of the day, we'd like to give you a bit of a motivation, and this one coming through from Denzel Washington. So this is our feature video for today.
Life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, there is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and picking your major and deciding what you want to do with life, I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honey. But I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything. I want to fall forward. I figure at least this way I'll see what I'm going to hit. Without consistency, you'll never finish. So do what you feel passionate about. Take chances. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test with 9 dots, and you had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. The only way to do it was to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People remember the home runs. Fall forward. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Because the 1,001st was the light bulb. Fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You've got to take risks, and I'm sure you've probably heard that.
A motivational video right there from Denzel Washington. It's brilliant to see that, regardless of how much he has been through, he's also just trying to ensure that the young ones brings them in the right way and get part of what he has been able to achieve.
That's right. He did get to quote several known people, among them being Mandela, and he also took notes off of Thomas Edison, who invented the light bulb that we know of today. And
1001 tries.
1001 tries. And you know what's funny?
The light bulb.
Yeah, what's funny is that Thomas Edison was, when he did finally get to make the light bulb, he was questioned. He was asked, look, how is it that it took you this long, you know? What was going on?
He never gave up. You know, that's a good thing about that's the best part about getting to try to succeed.
Yeah.
Continue every single time you every single time you fail, keep trying again.
And his response, keeps on ringing in my head, because he said, look, it's not that I did it wrong. It's not that I got it wrong. I just found 1,000 ways to do it wrong.
Yeah.
And finally I got it right.
That's right.
So you never give up in whatever it is that you do, whatever your pursuit may be in life. Continue along and spearhead. You will get to where you're supposed to be.
Yeah. It's time for our social trends now, and this is one of my favorite segments actually, because there is a South African choir group called the Novo Youth Choir in South Africa, and they have been doing something amazing, and they created a coronavirus song. Besides everything that has been happening within South Africa, the cases going as high as 150, this choir is not giving up, and they're just trying to encourage people with your gospel choir singing. This video is from the South Africa choir group. Okay, so we're having a little bit of a problem with our video, but anyway, the South Africans are basically just trying to motivate each other and just to help each other know that eventually it's going to get better. You've seen the rise of the coronavirus. The cases have reached 150 right now.
Exactly.
And it's terrible, but these guys, they're not giving up.
The situation is terrible, and for a virus that is as deadly as the coronavirus is, we're quite fortunate as the globe. I think there's so many of us that are taking this seriously and are doing the right things to ensure that it does not affect so many more people. Because when you compare the numbers to, for example, the Ebola virus, which was just by contact, right? The coronavirus now is said to be airborne, making it more potent, more deadly than the Ebola virus. It's fortunate that not so many people have lost their lives already to it. And
that's right.
And that we continue to adhere to
no deaths so far been recorded, and I should tell you that the South African government is trying to do the very most to ensure that the people get better as soon as they can.
That's
also putting themselves into quarantine mode. And the government also is assisting where they can. Whereas, I think that's one of the stories we'll be getting into a little later. But here's something that's been of a trend as well. Yesterday we did get to talk about an actor from Game of Thrones, by the name Christopher Hivru, and it is unfortunate that Game of Thrones cast is experiencing a little bit of an outbreak within themselves. So actress Indira Varma has tested positive for the coronavirus. So she was also part of the Game of Thrones season 2. This 46-year-old did get to post on Instagram. I think that is the post right there. She posted saying that stay safe and healthy, and be kind to your fellow people. So she also did get to say, I'm in bed with it, and it's not nice. So she's probably showing symptoms. And it's terrible, it's tragic to see that anybody can get it now.
Exactly.
And Indira also was starring in the Seagull in London's West End, and alongside fellow Game of Thrones star Emilia Clarke, until the play was shut down due to the coronavirus pandemic. So a lot of things are being shut down over there and in Europe, and we have gotten to see that she was participating in quite a number of things. And well, we have seen also in Europe, that is where there are high
the hardest hit. I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
Italy now has bitten its toe over China. Things are getting worse in that part of the country and that part of Europe. But hopefully they will continue to adhere to the measures that their government has put in place in terms of the Italians. There's so much talk that's going on about having their borders closed off for the longest period of time. Hopefully those borders are going to be open. Just yesterday, there was a friend of mine who was expecting someone coming through from Portugal, and they could not make it. So it's rather unfortunate. There's a slowdown on commerce as well as trade. There's very little that's coming out of Europe at this point in time. We can only...
Well, obviously, it's only because of the outbreak and the pandemic. It's crazy. You just cannot leave or go anywhere without having to risk your own life. It's terrible that people are contracting the virus and in ways that they obviously don't even understand how. But let's get into our sports this morning. Speaking about the coronavirus, we have gotten to see how it has affected some of the tournaments like the Premier League, the Euro 2020, which is unfortunately only going to be taking place in 2021. So as of a few days ago, it is now Euro 2021. So there is a team here in Zambia that has been coping with the coronavirus. And it is a team called Nkana. So they have disclosed that they have been carrying out training under a strict regime following the banning of all sporting activities due to the coronavirus outbreak. And the government has banned all sporting and social activities following the confirmation of 2 positive COVID-19 cases in Zambia over the last 48 hours. And Nkana were due to return to competitive action this weekend in the midst of the 2-week international match break. But the 2020 Absa Cup quarter-final date against Quito United on the 22nd of March in Kaloma Stadium in Lusaka has been postponed. So they are still continue with their training in hopes that the match might happen. Exactly, regardless of the ban. They have not stopped training, they have not stopped practicing, they're just making sure that they're ready. In case of an emergency, they will just get onto the pitch and they'll be well prepared for that one. Yeah,
and in the video that we're going to show you a little later, you'll be able to understand just why the world may be able to deal with this particular situation sooner than most people realize it. One of the other countries that have gone and suspended several sporting events is England, as they've now suspended the football until the 30th of April, as of course governing bodies have extended their current seasons indefinitely. So professional football in England would be further postponed until at least April 30th, as the governing bodies committee committed to extending the current season indefinitely. So the decision did come after the English Premier League was put on hold, where an emergency board meeting was held with all 20 clubs to discuss the impact of the novel coronavirus outbreak. So the league had initially been suspended until the 3rd of April, but the extension comes as the UK government steps up its response towards the outbreak.
So here's a video that explains even more about what the English governing body is going to be doing concerning this. It's just it's terrible that even there they continue to postpone the dates. I mean, they gave everybody up until the 3rd of April.
That's right.
And now it's been pushed all the way to the 30th. Why not just shut everything down then? Right?
No. I think it's in light of what's going on. I mean, they're putting in measures to ensure that. I think the projections were not initially as ready. You know, so such things do happen. People did not know to what extent they were at risk. So they decided, look, let's push it further up so that we curb this particular thing from spilling over and getting really just devastating as a whole. We do have so many other things that we'll be getting into a little later after this short break. So do stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
hilarious. The fighters. The inspirational. The strong. The believers. Celebrate all our powerful women this International Women's Month with GoTV. We are for every woman. GoTV. Live it. Love it.
See how it works. I'm a money lender. If someone wants money, they bring collateral. If I'm interested in the collateral, that's where you come in. We steal their money when they fail to pay.
So you don't want to give us the money? Is that good? Give us the money right now.
No.
Can I have that meal over there and, I really want that crisp, fresh apple taste in the garden. Can I have apple?
I think I'll have my big bite 2 meal with Happy
Grandpa.
Waziwaka.
Enjoy an appetizing Big Bite meal with an Appy drink of your choice. A meal is not a meal without an Appy drink. And now introducing Appy in a can.
You see this is an apple. But there's some people out there that will try to convince you that this apple is in fact a banana. But you know the truth. This is not a banana. This is an apple. We've always known it as an apple and it will never be anything else. You see, that's just how fake news works. There's some people out there that will decorate their lies and try to convince you that an apple is in fact a banana by giving you fake news. But there's also some people out there that have got the truth and fact up to the latter. That's who we are. Get the most balanced and verified news on the Diamond News Desk at 8. In fact, if it is not on Diamond TV, then it's unverified news.
Every time I wash clothes, something goes wrong. The clothes are itchy, they are stretched, or completely faded. What am I doing wrong?
You're missing something.
Huh?
Boom Fabric Conditioner is specially formulated to stop your clothes from shrinking, stretching, fading, and fuzz. With Fragrance Burst technology, Boom Fabric Conditioner gives you a scent that lasts for weeks, keeping clothes fresher for longer. Try Boom Fabric Conditioner for a scent that lasts. Trade Kings, improving lives. Stay happier with DSTV's 2020. All you have to do is pay for your DSTV subscription and you get up to 42% discount. What's more, you get upgraded to the next package.
Again?
Just pay for your current package and get upgraded to the next package. With DSTV, even when times are tough, we got you. For you, I can do anything. Now, that's 2020. DSTV. Feel every moment. T's and C's apply.
Life as a girl can be so hard and it can be so complicated at times. I mean, talk of having those mood swings, renewing your wardrobe, and let's not forget about those annoying cramps to insert time of the month. But I always found a solution to that. My besties. Whenever my girls are around, we're always sharing secrets, doing our makeup, and catching up on shopping. It's literally a girl's world. Let me just say, it's a girl's diary. So, come with me, my besties. Let's look ourselves in the closet and read our diary. Plus, I want you and I to talk about girl do's and don'ts. So join me, Diana, as we discuss girl secrets only on Girl's Diary.
Thank you
so much for joining us on the Diamond Breakfast. We do continue as we get into our Good Morning segment, and this one automatically allows you to call us up and converse with us, specifically on the stories that we do have for you. We'll be getting into it in just a little bit, but also do remember that you can go to call us on the number 0974-754719. Call up, or rather you can send us a text message, and definitely be reading it through as the show does continue. During this segment, we're going to be updating you on some of the things that have gotten to occur as of yesterday. And well, this morning as well, we have been talking about the coronavirus and how it has been affecting the world. And besides that, how it has been affecting certain parts of the world. And we're going to be getting into that right about now. I do remember that you can be able to tune in via Facebook. We are currently live. It is Facebook it is Diamond TV Zambia on Facebook, and then for Twitter at Diamond TV Zambia, and Instagram at Diamond TV Social. So be sure to follow us and just follow through as well on every single thing that we do have. First story that we're going to be getting into is the clergy, and the clergy in northern province have commended and the government and welcomed the prevention measures introduced by the government to the wake of the coronavirus. Now, the leaders from the Council of Churches in Zambia and the pastors as well of fellowship did say that the church has a responsibility not only to pray against the deadly virus, but also to take precautions. So they have been also going around sensitizing the people within the community in Northern Province, and they have been talking to them. And there is one question that still stands out concerning how long is Mass going to be.
Exactly. It's about, we're only granted yesterday to press the thing. The Mass is only going to be for an hour. And bars are going to be open for 2 hours. We do not know exactly. We do not know exactly what time space they've been given. Whether it's time based on when the authorities get to a particular bar or pub.
There are a lot of Zambians that are very much ignorant about this, and I feel that they're going to overshoot that limit. You've been given approximately 2 hours, but you find that some people are just gone, and they have no idea why this is being done. More sensitization, I do believe, needs
My personal feeling about this is that they should have just completely shut down, completely closed off, just like other countries have done. There's bars that have been closed in Europe due to the fact that they do not want any mass gathering, because we do know that's what mainly this virus is going to be propagated by. It's if one person that's infected gets into a place where there's hundreds of people that are not, they're potentially at risk,
The Council of Churches in Zambia, chairperson, Father Chonde, did also mention that it is the duty of the church to ensure that the church itself is well prepared for whatever is to come. So they have been suggesting, and rather, in fact, implementing hand sanitizers and also hand washing basins, and also he has suggested that handshaking within the church should stop.
Exactly.
So, I don't know how we're going to be doing our greetings. It's going
to be crazy. And already I've found it really difficult.
It's been very difficult because a handshake is it's an instinctive thing. We just do it because it's a form of a gesture. And
it's something that we do it quite often. We hug.
Yesterday, you and I went to get some lunch. It was very difficult to not greet each and every person that we met.
Exactly.
It's scary, And
Yeah.
I did a little hand washing at a supermarket where I went to, and the first thing Landy asked the person who was attending to us,
I said, "What's in this water?"
And he made me panic.
I really needed to know. There's no way that I'm just going to be going there and washing my hands. I do not know what chemicals have been placed in there. What if I'm allergic to it? And so this is something that some of the supermarkets or just public places out there would need to take note of. Notify the people what you're using, in light of the fact that you want people to be sanitized in whatever sort of way. So if you're going to place a bucket outside, let someone know exactly what is in the bucket. What can
we asked the guy. We asked that guy who was attending to us, and he had no idea what
he walked away because he didn't know.
Because I kept asking him, "Mulishani umu, mulidit, mulishani dit." I'm like, what? Well, I'm going to ask if my hands is so I guess he didn't know what that was.
No, he didn't have an idea. But another thing as well concerning the coronavirus in this country is the fact that ZICTA has issued a warning against people that are going to be seen propagating fake news about the coronavirus. It's unfortunate that certain people have decided to continue misusing social media. And really to the benefit of what? So that someone can recognize you. So Zoom.
For a few likes.
Come on, guys. Let's be really serious.
Yeah, just for a few likes, eh? That's what I mean. The sharing and spreading of fake news is going to obviously bring you into a lot of trouble.
Exactly.
Especially if you're a well-known media platform. There are a few news platforms that we have gotten to see it being shunned now because your news is completely fake. So the authority has since urged everyone, including bloggers and people that involve themselves with various WhatsApp and Facebook activities, to just cease and desist from all of this spreading of fake news. Because not only is the coronavirus a serious thing, but it's also a serious thing to the people, the information as well. It needs to be given out the right way. We have seen so many false stories that have been put up on social media.
Yeah, there's been people that are comparing it to the Ebola and saying things that are just completely off the facts of what actually is going on, reporting that there's that what's being currently reported about the 2 cases is not true, things like that, to do with numbers and stuff. It's just really unfortunate that people would want to go to a certain length to just get noticed, especially those that are using social media. Please use your social media handles in the best way possible, and that is by propagating the right message and by speaking positive things. Do not just go out there and spread all your negativity. It just doesn't help anyone, really.
Not at all. So Victor also did get to mention that all citizens should be able to get reliable information, and also this information that you do gather and are willing to spread should be verified from the right source.
That's right.
Just do not go out there and mislead people. No, it's not going to help you. Neither is it going to help. In fact, what you're doing there is not teaching people the right way to go about what is happening with the coronavirus.
That's right. Of course, South Africa has gotten its toll a little higher now, moving away from 80 to between 150, about 150 people now, 150 infections of the coronavirus. These are actually confirmed cases, 24 from the last tally of about 126, according to the disease control outfit there in South Africa. Cameroon as well has urged itself to about 195 that have been self-quarantined. So the pandemic as of now is spreading across Africa. In Nigeria, 4 more cases have been recorded in the commercial capital of Lagos, and this is of course according to local media outlets. The overall total will come to about 11 new cases. Ghana also has reached 11 confirmed cases as of yesterday. Cameroon has had its 195 passengers who arrived in the capital of Yaoundé via Air France, having they've placed them under quarantine for another 14 days. So
that's right.
So this is what's currently going on as far as the coronavirus is concerned here in Africa.
More cases still being recorded, and as is the number of infected does stand at 2,200 and 2,200 and more than 200,000 is what I'm trying to say. And also the death toll has risen to up to 8,982, which is really tragic. It's unfortunate those people have gone to lose their lives, but the people that are affected the most are the young ones, the people with the weak immune systems, and the elderly, people who just cannot take care of themselves without needing assistance from one who can. So I think that's with coronavirus is one of the stories that we're going to be speaking about even as we get into our international news. I think we can just quickly get into what is making headlines on the BBC.
Alright, so the stories making the headlines on the BBC issues in relation to the coronavirus. People have been told to stay home in order to of course, get themselves out of harm's way and just be safe. Of course, there's about 4 men that have been executed for a daily bass rape and the murder as well. So there were investigations that were done, and 4 men were apprehended.
There's another story there on South Africa fencing its borders. It's going to be building a fence on Zimbabwe's border to stem the virus. Well, I don't. Do you think this is a great way to to ensure that the virus does not spread,
Yeah, I think it's an amazing way to
fence up their borders.
Well, yeah. Why not? If America has done it against Mexico, but no.
That's
on
another
a
issue.
very
different
serious note, though, I don't think that it's really necessary for them to fence up their
Yeah.
borders. It's not necessary at all. They should just take the necessary precautions in having to screen people that are getting into their country and just be sure that the people that are currently being allowed in are safe. Yeah. So it's not necessary really to raise borders for what?
Okay, we do have more stories from the CNN.
All right, so in as far as CNN is concerned, about 40 million people in California have been ordered, of course, to stay home in light of the coronavirus. The state has the world's fifth biggest economy, larger than, of course, the United Kingdom or India. All right, Trump has ramped up on his gasoline of America as the coronavirus cases have soared. We have seen him being praised for the measures that his government and regime has taken in light of the pandemic. Yeah,
it has infected more than 244,500 people, and it's killed over 10,000 people. It's another current update now. So it's terrible to see that the death toll keeps rising as well.
That's right.
And also the infected. It should tell you that this disease is very, very serious.
It's a very, very serious disease. And the Olympics, of course, 2020, there's a feature story on it. What happens if the Tokyo Games do not go ahead?
But we did get to see that it didn't have any fans standing alongside the track.
That's right.
It's terrible to see that this is what it has come to. But I think organizers of certain events need to ensure that if it's going to go on, let it go on, and let it go on the right way, and the right measures should be put in place. If it go, then it should go that way.
There should not be a back and forth. But again, the onus is not on them, really. It's not on the organizers, because they do not know. They're not the health specialists, and so they are not able to know or anticipate what the effects of just how far-reaching the effects of the coronavirus may be. So they're obviously also consulting and finding out about what measures they can put in place and take up.
All right, let's take a look at the NCA. Let's see what's making the headlines. This obviously the coronavirus. The first story there is talking about Kize, Minister of Health. He projects more COVID-19 cases by Friday. It's one of the headlines right there.
Yeah.
We have seen that in South Africa, the infected toll has gone as far as 150.
Yeah.
And we were speaking about this yesterday when we did have Dr. Njajati, and I mentioned to you what my fear was, and this is happening in South Africa. This is real time.
Actually, Dr. Njajati also came out and said, look, let us not take this thing lightly. The cases in Zambia may just rise. We may hear of more infected people.
We'll get to see that.
Yeah. So it's just necessary for each and every one of us to take up the necessary measures. But we do have more news in as far as the ENCA is concerned. So, of course, COVID-19 being the biggest thing now. The Premier Soccer League season is on hold until further notice. That's over in South Africa. There's been new rules for bars as well as restaurants. We have brought up new rules here. I'm not really sure of just how far they've gone, but the plan in South Africa was to halt all business in as far as bars and restaurants is concerned for a limited space of time. 6 cruise liner passengers have tested negative for the coronavirus. Very fortunate news, very, very fortunate.
I remember an instance somewhere in the United States, they did get to stop a cruise ship from the passengers actually from getting off.
They actually quarantined the whole ship.
Because the people tested positive for the coronavirus. But it's good to see that these have tested negative, and more people will be much safer, and maybe the right measures to help them sanitize better will be directed towards them.
That's right, and of course the Reserve Bank over in South Africa have cut down on repo rates to by a full percentage point. All right, so the Reserve Bank has announced its interest rates decision as well in light of that. So that's in as far as the South African economy is concerned. That's about it for the international news stories. Thank you so very much for for being tuned in this morning. Remember that we come on your screens between the hours of 6 and 7 a.m. A little later, of course, we'll be getting to cross over to the Red Hot Breakfast. I was about to say Diamond Breakfast.
Well, it still is the Diamond Breakfast.
It still is the Diamond Breakfast, yeah. But on that international news update, we'd like to leave you. And thank you so very much for being tuned in once again. For myself, Lamjalani Banda.
And Justin Malenga. Join us again for next week's edition. We do hope you have yourselves a lovely Friday and spend your weekend doing the right thing. We'll be right back to next week.
For those school lunches, for that much-needed break at the office, or just to replenish your energy levels. For that all-day, everyday soothing refreshment, nothing beats the refreshing fruity milkiness of Shake and Sip Fruity Milk. Shake and Sip, when fresh meets fruity.
Trade Kings, improving lives.
Welcome to MBET Perfect 12 Jackpot. Welcome to our community of fun and lucky winners. Play anytime, only 12 predictions, anywhere, easily on your mobile phone. The only daily jackpot that grows every day.
Hello,
Hello?
this is MBET. Congratulations, and you're a winner today.
We love Perfect 12. We are MBET. Get your bonus on www.m-bet.com/ZM. Pay easily with MTN Mobile Money, Airtel Money, and Zamtel Kwacha.
One for the happy, two for the grapple, three for the pine, four for the berry, five for the orange and Bombay. See, I like to party, party with the guys with the happy. This thing is sweet in my body, see it's taking me higher. Happy apple, happy pie, happy grapple make me feel so fine. Happy apple, happy pie, happy grapple make me feel so fine. Apple, the real fruit, the like a happy pie, real juice, the like a happy apple, happy berry, feel so fine.
Why for the happy?
Real fruit,
Go for the grapple.
real juice.
Three for the pie. Four for the berry. Five for the orange and
And now introducing Appy in a can. Have an happy day.
Touching food before washing after changing diapers. This is tantamount to dangerous cooking. Tawaishiwa kama James ya nomba Fibondo. tayatwalala ngama James yaka amanda mako kuma James tutachabe party after party. That's why Funko Sambila na hygienic soap ili na active super technology wangere soap with technology. Asapapi please madam, go and hygienic and kukuta her right now. You are under Samba in the laws of hygiene. Hygienic soap is a powerful antibacterial soap with active super technology formulated to kill 99.9% of germs.
Hygienic soap. You are safe in our hands.
They say every kingdom can exist even without a queen. But these queens say nay. They take pride in wearing their crowns and they don't need kings to glimmer and glitter like Micah. And just like a Rambo movie, they rip off their sleeves as they feast on various debatable topics that will get you groveling at their feet.
So ladies, are you ready? Can you take our sleeves off? I just don't trust a man. A man is capable of doing anything. Doesn't matter whether you're a baby, wearing a school uniform or whatever. A man will rape you, and it has nothing to do with a woman. It has everything to do with a man.
And let's not forget about the Game of Thrones, as they all take each other on in some fun games and get to witness who takes the throne.
Queen Mimi! What attracts you first to life? It's A!
Bow down to your majesties, Tosh, Mimi, and Bombshell, the queens of Lusaka, every Wednesday and Friday at exactly
Let's look at what's happening in Tunisia regarding the coronavirus, obviously. Tunisia has recorded its first coronavirus death. Now, Tunisia has confirmed that the first fatal case of coronavirus, a 72-year-old woman who died on Thursday night in hospital after being transferred from her home in the eastern resort city of Sousse. Now, the health ministry in a statement said she had traveled back to the country from Turkey 4 days ago and was suffering from other unspecified chronic illness. Now, he said that the elderly woman was in self-isolation at her home, but her poor health necessitated her transfer to hospital where positive laboratory tests were confirmed. Now, she died on the same day that Tunisia's first registered COVID-19 patient was discharged from hospital with a clean bill of health. The country recorded its first coronavirus case 18 days ago and now has 39 confirmed cases.
African View. This is the African View.
Alright, you know a gentleman called Jack Ma?
Yeah.
The billionaire?
Yeah.
So Chinese billionaire and co-founder of Alibaba, Jack Ma, says he will donate masks, test kits and protective suits to all countries in Africa to help the continent in its fight against coronavirus. Now here's the thing. The Mars Foundation will donate, check this out, 1.1 million testing kits, 6 million masks and 60,000 protective suits and face shields. Talk about, looking out for other people.
Definitely. Obviously, you're blessed to be a blessing at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And if you have enough money or anything that you have to support the next person, it's best to actually, the world has to come together and actually, help out at the end of the day, because it's only if we do it together that we'll be able to defeat this COVID-19.
Yeah. All right. Obviously, when we look at numbers in Africa, first of all, in the news we heard that even outside Africa, there's a don't go out sort of thing. You have to go out only when it's necessary.
Yeah.
And the fact that these countries that are developed countries are taking such measures, it's only normal for African countries to also take measures. I mean, we're talking about how bar hours, have been reduced in this country. We're talking about Nigeria just now closing doors to some of the countries that are severely affected.
Yeah.
When you look at South Africa, yesterday we heard, Fikile Mbalula saying that, look, we won't allow people that are coming through Durban or Cape Town on the sea, on the ocean, into South Africa. What we want is for them to stay where they are first of all until we get, our hands on this. And those are sort of measures that when you sit down, this is a very serious disease. And all of us have to be on our toes.
They have to be on our toes. And speaking of being on their toes, now South Africa are planning to build a fence on the border with Zimbabwe. Now South Africa will build a fence along its border with Zimbabwe within a month to prevent people infected with coronavirus and undocumented migrants from entering its territory. Now, Public Works Minister Patricia De Leo has said now the construction will be part of the emergency measures the government had decided to take after President Cyril Ramaphosa declared the virus a national disaster on Sunday.
As we wind up, this weekend we're supposed to witness the Absa Cup.
Yeah, so the Absa Cup has been postponed. The quarterfinals were supposed to happen this weekend, and obviously from the directive from the Ministry of Health and the COVID-19 cases that have been confirmed in Zambia, they have decided to postpone the Absa quarterfinals. So we're going to wait and see, wait for a later date that will be announced when the situation is under control. We have to wait and see, because almost all sporting activities have been suspended
all over the world.
So it'll be very, very careless of us to continue with our sporting activities.
That's it from the African View. We'll do this again on Monday at 7.
Join us. This is the African View.
There is only one radio station that redefines your it's hot and funky, and it's Hot FM.
When the beat is rich, when the beat is heavy, when the beat is as nice as this, is a heavy K on it. All night featuring Lungi, right on your hot station, number one for news and entertainment. 15 minutes going after 7. Good morning. This is RHB. You're hanging out with Flavor and Peasy till the hour of 9. Now it's a Friday, and on Fridays we basically we invite people from all walks of life to join us in the studio and basically talk about their life, talk about what they do. We get to know them more.
Have breakfast with us.
But also we have breakfast with them.
Yeah.
You understand? We invite them for breakfast.
Yeah, literally.
It's, you know.
We literally have breakfast after the show, since we can't eat in the
take care of the bill.
Yeah. All right, so today is very special.
Yes, very, very special. So before I say their name, they're Hot FM Business Development Director, Quit FM CEO and Managing Partner, Abracadabra Managing Partner, Kazadi Film COO and Managing Partner, Hot TV CEO and Managing Partner, and Hype Communication Managing Partner. Ladies and gentlemen, give put your hands together for Mukamba Mwenda Jr., aka Mukabola. And now Mukabola is in studio. Look at that. That's a beauty to Marco. Marco passes it to none other than Peter. Is it Peter or Peter?
Yeah. First things first. Happy birthday.
Ah, thank you. You remembered.
What do you mean?
Well, we said that when
we said that when we're
doing birthdays.
You know, when we're doing birthdays. Happy birthday to you.
No, I was on the other side. I was like, hello, neighbor.
Happy birthday, man.
Thanks a lot. Really nice waking up with you guys. And it's not easy, eh? I wake up at 4 o'clock. I do wake up at 4 almost every day. But I guess I don't get out of bed.
What's your normal day like? You know, just you being you. Before you wear all these hats. What time does your day start?
It starts really early. 4:30, then about. Wake up and, you know, do the usual. Sit, reflect, think, get out of bed, get back into bed, and, you know, just plan for the day. Have so much going on.
We've decided to invite you on your birthday. We'll talk about the numbers later on. Well, the two numbers we can look at, the age number and the account number. But that's for later. Look, all these titles, obviously you sit on a lot of organizations, you know, meetings. You basically obviously oversee a lot of stuff. How do you manage to run with all those? So there's you doing business development, you know, at Hot FM. You're running Kwitu. There's Kazadi that you're running. There's Hype and many others. How do you juggle that?
Well, I guess the easiest thing to do is, you know, so many people ask me, like, I think the other time I was on the Copper Belt, there was a derby. So on Friday, because you know how I move, you know, so on Friday I was having dinner just nearby with some friends, and then I bumped into some people. So we were talking and everything else, and they didn't ask me, they didn't know that I was doing the derby game on Saturday. So the next thing, they saw me there, and they didn't believe it, you know. So I just told them, I was like, when you do something you love, you don't even feel it. Like when I'm doing commentary, I don't feel I'm doing commentary.
Oh, by the way, this is the guy on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't feel it. And when I'm doing all these things in the different organizations, I do stuff that I love. So when you do something that you love, you don't feel that you're doing these things. It comes naturally. Obviously, everything has its own challenges, and, you know, life is about learning. I'm a student of life. So because I'm a student of life, every day I'm looking at improving myself, improving the institutions I'm, you know, privileged to be working with. And yeah, it comes down to just loving what you do. You don't feel it when you love what you do. There's been times in life when I've done stuff that I don't love, and it's called work, and I'm like, okay, you know.
So this is how it feels.
How did it go?
It went, because obviously you need discipline, because talent without discipline is a curse. So you need discipline. So even when you don't like doing something, be disciplined enough to learn certain things. For the very longest time, I've never understood what trigonometry would do for me in life, what the Pythagoras theorem would. But that discipline had me having a conversation with Flavor yesterday about the
Managing partner, Kwitu FM. How is it, or how challenging was it for you to actually do your own startup and come up with your own radio station?
It's got its own challenges, but you know, it was more or less of a baby born with teeth. It was stuff that I was doing before. I think I like the fact that you've asked that. The conversation with him. That's how the history. Yeah, that's how the history started with me being on Hot. It was a case of I listened to Hot and I knew Zach and Kalumba before. So I spoke to Kalumba and I said, listen, I think I can come through. I think the first week of broadcasting. So I said, oh, I can come through. And it was a case of nobody knew I was a sports analyst. Nobody knew I could analyze sports. For me, with most things in life, I just want to change the narrative. So strange. I thought people were clowning, to be honest, if I may use the term loosely. So I joined Hot and did sports analysis. Now, at the time, I was doing my own business. So to answer your question, that was a hobby. So me doing sports analysis, commentary, 30 Minutes of Champions is not my job. It's a hobby.
Speaking of changing the narrative, there's a lot of, obviously sports shows that were on radio. But 30 Minutes of Champions stood out for the longest of time. What was the secret behind that?
Again, it's loving what you do, and for a very long time I told people this, that so I was compared for a very long time to Zite, good friend of mine, senior coach. Hey Zite, how you doing? I was compared for a very long time to him. So Zite is a football analyst. So one of the problems that's there in the country is misconception. To be sports analyst, so you don't understand it. You don't even know what the pit stop is about. So that's one of the biggest problems. So when I started doing sports analysis, that's why I wanted to do sports analysis, because back in the day we didn't have internet. I mean, Tony Rollercoaster, the first show I did with him and Michael Shokat, always makes fun of me, because I thought the first time I came to Hot FM, I thought I was going to audition. No, it was there, but it wasn't as abundant as it is now. So I came in and I thought I was going to audition. So it was like second week of Hot FM. I thought I was going to audition. So I came in with a very big jacket. I used to wear big suits then, like I used to work in the government.
Probably
or something.
That was the in thing at the time. That's a long time ago.
So I came in and Kalumba walks me through and he takes me straight to radio. So imagine you're coming in and it tells you, oh, you want to do the sports, okay, come through on this day. So you're going there and you're thinking you're going to have a conversation. The guy just takes you straight on radio, puts you in front of Tony Rollercoaster and Michael Shokat, and these guys were like huge guys. That was like 16 years ago.
Drive-time show, isn't it?
Drive-time show. And he says, sit, so you're going to do a show. How long can you do the show? And I asked, how long do you want me to do it? And he looked at me, he was like, I can do 30 minutes, I can do 15. They said, okay, do it for, I think it was 10 minutes. So for 10 minutes I had a conversation with Tony, and the whole time Tony had his mouth ajar because he didn't see something like that at that particular time. There was nothing like that. So I went through from this sport to that sport to what, and I went there, and that's one of the weirdest things I did, because you never know your job interview. Your job interview might be an elevator pitch.
True.
Just be ready all the time. So that was the best of that, and for me it was loving the sport, talking about it and moving on. So subsequently, to just answer PZ's question, I did sports shows at Hot, and I ended up having a radio show, and the radio show for a long time diluted me as a sports presenter and the brand of Muka Bola, because at the time I think there was only one person who pulled me on the side. I think it was Tony Rollercoaster, put me on the side and told me, what are you doing, this one thing? And I took heed of the advice, and the likes of Chango were there doing their thing, and the biggest critic of them all, I think it took him, when was that? When did I win the award for the best sports presenter, PZ, when you won the best upcoming? I think 3 years ago.
No,
it was like 4 or 5 years ago.
It's been a long time.
No, it's been 5 years. It's been about 5 years. It's been about 5 years.
Yeah.
Really?
5 years ago, yes. Muka won best.
Peter's really grown, isn't he?
Yeah, he's gone. Peter.
At the Zambia Radio Awards, I think after a year I joined Hot, yes, I was also spotted as the next big thing. Zambia Radio Awards.
I used to do the next big thing.
Well, the biggest show in the country. That should say something.
Come on, man.
That should say something. But it's not about me. It's about you. You won in that year, 5 years ago.
So now I'm moving award. I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? Yeah, but all things being equal,
I think I had simultaneous roles at that time. I would come in the morning, do my sports show, and in the background I was in management. So doing my thing, and I think for a long time, even when I went for meetings, people would want to start a conversation with a football conversation or a sports conversation, and their thought pattern was, that's what they know you as. And I understand, because in Zambia, I mean, we grew up watching MacGyver, and MacGyver can't be romantic. MacGyver would only be MacGyver.
That's like our pronunciation, know that MacGyver.
It's MacGyver, but I'm Zambian. You're MacGyver. Come on, flavor. MacGyver. No. If you say MacGyver, you're gonna lose somebody. The moment I said MacGyver, you know what I mean. So MacGyver will always be MacGyver. MacGyver. That was the hobby. In the background, I was doing what you asked me.
All right, so we continue having breakfast with Mukamba Wenda Jr. All these titles: Hot FM Business Development Director, Kwitu FM CEO Managing Partner, Abracadabra Managing Partner, Kasadi Film COO and Managing Partner, Hot FM TV, Hot TV rather, CEO and Managing Partner, Hype Communications Managing Partner. He's got something up his sleeve today. You might want to look out for some Benjamins later on the show.
24/7, 365. The whole world is listening to Hot FM. Download the Mingletainment app.
Form King boasts itself in being a leading foam manufacturer, lodges, and other established wholesale and retail organizations. Form King utilizes only high-quality raw materials sourced from leading suppliers. Our high-quality fabrics are especially made and designed for each of our mattresses and bed ranges. With precision carpentry skills coupled with advanced tech machinery, we are able to meet all your needs. Visit our head office on plot 6300 Kabundi Road off Mumbwa Road. Email sales@formking.com.zm. Call us on 158. Visit our website on www.formking.com.zm. Form King, our secret to a good night's sleep.
Stay happier with DSTV's 2020. All you have to do is pay for your DSTV.
How would you rate men you don't know? Take you to a place you don't.
It's about a guy who was swindled by some fake stone dealers far from home.
I hate liars. If it were up to me, all liars would have the same fate as Ananias and Sapphira from the Bible, instant death.
It's so fresh, we have to wash with bullet washing.
Oh yes, that's right. We all love to wash our laundry to make it look clean and smell fresh. That's why, with Bullet Washing Powder's new improved formula, you can remove the most stubborn dirt and toughest stains, leaving your laundry clean and smelling oh so fresh.
Smelling so fresh, we have to wash with Bullet Washing Powder. With just a little sprinkle, the heat is gone. So easy on your colors and your hands too. Your laundry smelling fresh, soft and clean. Bullet Washing Powder.
Are you ready to win big? Get into the game for real with the sport betting app shaking Zambia. CastleBet. Visit www.castle.bet to play. Call now or WhatsApp on 0969 966 599. CastleBet offers fast, instant payout at homes. Cash out winnings instantly via MTN or Airtel Mobile Money or FNB ATM. Get into the game wherever you are. In the office, at the bar with friends, or even at home watching TV. Win 800,000 kwacha on any game thanks to the CastleBet app. You can even bet...
Fruticana.
Yeah, you are the test of a perfect summer. You are my guest at every dinner. You be exciting about them killer. You are the reason now I'm with her. Yonse ni good to me lile. Life is better. better with you every day. You are the oh na na na, fruity, 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 na. Why did I have to discover? Because of you I don't know other. Oh na na na, oh 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 oh.
Introducing Fruticana Fruit.
As you get to pipe down your day from breaking a sweat, let Chi-Chi soothe you into a much calmer evening with her never-ending talkative self. Her hilarious gossip will definitely urge you to put the kids to bed early as you get ready to binge watch. She rants on and on about what or who is trending.
Right here and now, do you think your brother is better than you?
Yeah. Let's not forget about her to die for shoes that will leave you drooling as your jaw drops in awe. The heels, the trainers, the loafers. Ujima's Chi-Chi. She wraps up your night with her bedtime stories, only that these bedtime stories don't put you to bed, they leave you begging for more.
Never mind about someone's complexion because, let's go with the character and the personality of that person. I kind of regret because he was a good guy.
Tune in to The Rap Tonight with Chi-Chi every Monday and Tuesday at exactly 10:30 p.m. only on the home of Z-Pop.
Ensuring you reach your destination safely. From motor to home and property insurance. Take up a Madison General Insurance policy today and secure your tomorrow. Madison General Insurance. Safeguarding and giving you peace of mind since 1992. MGen. It's worth it.
Let me see. Hi, I'm Jack and I'm the last born, which means I get a lot of these donations. My brother gave me his old dashiki shirt and then my sister gave me her old tracksuit. I mean, what's up with all these donations? I'm tired. I hate these my donations.
Son, you see, these clothes were given to you out of love, so treasure them the way they were treasured.
Fabrics Love Boom.
This is the taste of Africa.
Revin products 100% juice. High juice. The taste of Africa.
Juice is manufactured by Revin Zambia Limited of Ndola.
Chelsea cookies, delicious cookies, the secret recipe to happiness. A little bit of chocolate for moments you won't forget, to make your masterpiece of tastiness. A little bit of butter makes life better, for memories to bring you happiness. And for you, Mr. Healthy, I have something nice and OT to
Kings, improving lives.
this week on how to go about it.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Yeah.
Recruiters are also interested in the fact that you need to actually have a life away from work.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Trust me.
Yeah.
We actually have a lot of such cases where someone will actually call you and start to ask you to say, what is a CV? You understand?
Yeah.
If they have, if they don't have a really bad one, then they just don't know what it is. We want to have a look at your CV.
See what's going on.
And see what it is that is actually happening. And I will tell you what it is, say, a good number of people
Okay? The only thing that is actually standing in between a job and that particular person is just a good CV. A good CV does take you far. Okay. I'll tell you that we actually have a lot of success stories.
Go TV. Step up your entertainment with GoTV.
How does this work? You need to listen to me.
Pay your account now and we'll upgrade you to the next GoTV package. Don't wait. Pay now and step up to more for the whole family.
That's exactly what I want.
GoTV. Live it, love it.
Diamond TV. Television reinvented.
You rise up in the morning, you make a dream come true. You give birth to generations and they remember your legacy. Yes, you are a woman, courageous, fearless, gentle, an overcomer. Stand up, woman. United we stand.
Speak up for your right to make a better place. Your bravery and leadership has grown the nation. Your sacrifice has changed the world, oh woman. Your identity as a woman will never be compromised. Speak up for your right to make a better world. Yeah. Stand up, woman. Support one another. Atuchatane, atuchatane.
She's so powerful that she catches bullets and crushes them. She is the air beneath the wings of each society. She brings forth to life of each generation, have been nurtured and molded by her. Her love is unconditional. She has been through the fire. She has watered the coldest waters that can turn her as her only guide. She has sailed the roughest of seas, and yes, sometimes she got shipwrecked. But no, she did not drown because she swam and made it ashore. And over the years, she has evolved. She has become a fearless fighter. She is shattering glass ceilings. She's breaking down obstacles.
You are beautiful. You are beautiful.
What do I do? I do music.
the king of the Kunto, and they loving the way I do this uncle. Yeah, I'm a kawaii and jogodo. Step that baby, come be fine now. I don't mind sit down. Oh my, I don't leave you, oh my God. If you give me love, I give you more than oh my God. If you want me, girl, I want you. Oh my baby, what you do, I do to you. I like my love, not the cocoa. If I give it to you, girl, you go do. And if you give me your lotion, so let them dance to Kologo. You're failing me, baby, while I'm below. I'm the king of the Kunto, and they loving the way I do this uncle. Yeah, I'm a kawaii and jogodo. Step back, baby, come be fine now. Love you, we told my heart, go to my sinana. Oh my God, hey yeah, oh my, school, oh mama, oh father, oh nana. I said the way I get education, my obligation is to make sure say money there for the occasion. You wanna, hey tapa tapa. I like the way your body goes, sapa sapa. Girl, oh fuck, never had to mention. You will be my direction every time you go. All the man them go ajo, all the man them go. Mashallah, oh baby, I'm going to baby. Say they go for my party, I'm going to baby. I'm going to Tafida, oh, Tafida, sugar. All of them come my party, that I want and I lie to you. Tell you everything, never lie to you. You don't angala chipu wakamalabu no. You don't angala chipu wakamagarabu. Nangala chipu wakamagarabu no. Mama niseka manje, nabena juli muni teka manje now. You taking me for granted. Ati ni mamu kontolola, ni mamu poka manengati ya fola. I'm giving out your love and you think I'm a fool now. Nizaka piamo, you wanna what to do now. Cause everybody wanting you now. Why vala mapuro mi sezi. I'll make sure that you look alright, yeah. Everybody wanting you now. Why vala mapuro mi sezi. I make sure that you feel alright, but you think I'm an idiot. You think I'm a fool, cause you know that I'm gonna lie to you. Tell you wakamagarabu. Nangala chipu wakamagarabu no. Nedo nangala chipu wakamagarabu. Nangala chipu wakamagarabu no. You think I'm a fool, but you know that I want you to lie to you. Tell you everything, never lie to you. So you think I'm an idiot now. You think I'm a fool.
We'll have to wash, wash, wash. Looking so good. We'll have to wash, wash, wash. Smelling so fresh. We'll have to wash, wash, wash. With bullet washing.
Oh yes, that's right. You can remove the most stubborn dirt and toughest stains, leaving your laundry clean and smelling oh so fresh.
Smelling so fresh. We'll have to wash, wash, wash with bullet washing powder. With just a little sprinkle, the hip is gone. So easy on your colors and your hands too. Your laundry smelling fresh, soft and clean. Bullet washing powder.
They say laughter's the best medicine. Well, it's also timeless. Like these grown-ups taking a trip down memory lane. Maybe not so grown-up. I've also heard people saying that life is a comedy to those who think like a man. See what I did there? Stay connected for more hilarious moments. All the way from Swamp World. Aren't they the cutest? We're here to keep you laughing your act pulls off. Go TV. Live it, love it.
Vatata, you're here. I thought you said lunch. Oh, come on, my son. I cannot wait to see my first ever grandson.
As a young modern wife, entertaining my Wapongoshi was always a mini nightmare. But today, I'll treat them to a special traditional secret.
Tata,
Maya, why say?
Exactly like from southern province. Please give me some more.
Times have changed, but some things in life shouldn't. Introducing Ama Sip Sip Chiwantu traditional maize drink. Traditional taste that has stood the test of time.
Last time I had such nice Chiwantu was at home, prepared by my mother.
Ama Sip Sip Chiwantu, a taste of local tradition. Trade Kings, improve.
Zambia is for the Zambians. Only Zambians will develop this nation. And the youth is the backbone of every nation. The youth is the backbone of our economy. The youth is the backbone of the future of this country.
These numbers, mechanics, carpentry, and so many more skills.
There's no need to wait for 2021 to fix it. If nothing, services to youth start now.
Don't wait for 2021 to get your lifetime achievement.
Yes, your body risky. Risky.
For you.
Roach Beats.
Big ways, 5 face, 10 days. I don't dare wait for you, my charge. For you, my charge. You want the phone? Yes. No case. I no go talk. Scarface for you, my charge. For you, my charge. Take me everywhere you want to go. Tell me everything I want to know. No lies. No lie. Yeah. Run am anyhow you want to run. Check out, baby girl, you fire pass it on. No doubt. But you say, kilo come, I'm getting money, biggie money. So what's fun? Who be risky? Body whiskey, get tipsy, but all the bar risky. Kilo come, I'm getting money, biggie money. So what's fun? Who be risky? Body whiskey, get tipsy, but all the bar risky. Yes, brother, risky. You know go risky, yes, brother. Your body risky, yes, brother, risky. You know go risky, yes, brother, risky. Yeah, been a very long time. Yeah, still a wait for your wine. Body curve up, you're clean and cute, so your nickel them blow my mind. Me we give you money anywhere, anytime. Jiggle up your body, let me see your waistline. Yeah, can't love your style. Ready to give you the ring, girl child. I'm a bad darling. So what's the fun? Who be risky? Body whiskey, get tipsy, but all the bar risky. Risky, yes, your body risky. You know go 50-50. Risky, yes, your body risky. Risky, yes, your body risky. You know go 50-50. Risky, yes, your body risky. Risky, yes, your body risky.
Roach Beats.
Oh, somebody risky.
Big small stuff.
Killer.
It's Kelpie Vibe.
Just so good, and they just so good. Our people they go just so good. Boss man you go just so good. When the bed to the enter body, all the girl them go shake their body. Go shake their body. Oluwa bona mo bona felu. Mo bona felu. You know the money you take up police. Me I dey love you can. Money on your back.
suppose to know so me no be no come. So my baby make you no go dollar. When the bed you dey enter body. All the girl them go shake their body. Oh, do I wanna look see some picking but the bag of the kilo shall like when the bed you dey enter body. All the girl them go shake their body. Oh, do I wanna go love the moment you take up police, they love you gone. I'm alright when I'm in your arms, you know I wonder. Still I believe I love you so. Yani gwila over. Kulibe na kunama. Mameno mani pasilewe baby kuwama. The position, but you're not here tonight. And you really know that I'm not alright. I'll never leave your side, baby girl, like no way. Never leave you alone, baby girl, like no way. I'll be there when you need me. When the rain is falling, never leaving you. I'll be there when you need me. When the rain is falling, never leaving you. I swear, siniza konda kwa wina. Mene, bima konde la weo. I swear, siniza konda kwa wina. No, no, amene, bima konde la weo. So, anikenga, mutima wanga tenga. Kulibe nchito, kulibe weo, anitenga, mutima wanga tenga, kulibe nchito, kulibe weo, your love makes my life real better. Mane wenaba oneka punotenga. Is this love that I'm feeling? You are better than this. You are my embrace, the one I think of when I wake up first. Fit for a king, Caladosha's the best star. I'll never leave your side, baby girl, like no way. Never leave you alone, baby girl, like no way. I'll be there when you need me. When the rain is falling, never leaving you. I'll be there when you need me. When the rain is falling, never leaving you. I swear, siniza konda kwa wina. Mene, lima konde la weo. I swear, siniza konda kwa wina. No, no, amene, lima konde la weo. So, anitenga, mutima wanga tenga. Kulibe nchito, kulibe weo. Anitenga, mutima wanga tenga, kulibe nchito, kulibe we.
your entertainment with GoTV.
How does this work? You need to listen to me.
Pay your account now and we'll upgrade you to the next GoTV package. Don't wait. Pay now and step up to more for the whole family.
That's exactly what I want.
GoTV. Live it, love it.
Going on something gonna post that. Do you even go to church, you guys? You know those things.
Now, I think I'm enjoying life to the fullest. And whatever we have gone through, it was a lesson that we learned.
There's no mistake in life. That everything that has ever happened to anybody was meant to be. So sometimes I say, you know what, in life, God gives me so many ways. So I'm Dalival. And I'm Snotival.
I'm Anival.
And you can catch us on Celebrity Kids
this Saturday at 17 hours.
only on Diamond TV.
The home of great pop culture.
This is the taste of Africa. Takwabe achila paria we yena na ibesha. Takwabe achila paria we yena na iloa. Ngoline chilaka, wikokola ngoline chilaka. Sukumakaba ngoline chilaka, wikokola ngoline chilaka. Juice. Tulopiku na pomegranati. Revin products 100% juice. High juice. Juice. The taste of Africa.
Juice is manufactured by Revin Zambia Limited of Ndola.
It's already weekend. We keep it 100, yo, we never pretend. Can my friend and your friends, them be friends? See that sky level, girl, they're whining different. Girl, I'm wine so 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 different. See the girl I move so different. Girl, I'm wine so different. This girl's got nothing on you. I swear, girl, nothing on you. Where you wine, girl, you looking brand new. Me want to spend me money on you. Girl, bump on me like a miller. Bump a big like a tapilla. One more shot of tequila. You one and then I'm a villa. Give it to me, baby. Wine for me, baby. Jump on me, baby. Do your thing, baby. Forever. Girl, I'm wine so different. 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 The things that you do, girl, please don't be done with that. Please don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Girl, put it for me like that. If I ever get the money in your life, girl, there is no going back. Give it to me, baby. Wine for me, baby. Jump on me, baby. Do your thing, baby. Forever. Girl, I'm wine so different. 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 See the girl I move
summertime. Girl, I wine so different. Like it's summertime.
Cleo Ice Queen, Job Razor. We got the best collab worldwide on lock. Let's go.
Together, mama, forever, mama. My baby, I'll never let you go. Together, mama, forever, mama, yeah.
You're my sun, you're my moon, you light up my world, you. Do it super, do it wherever you want to. Yes, it's true. You're the only one I look to. You're the only one I wanna call boo. You got the flavor, the sauce, the juice. I come through, African queen, job praiser, he a soldier, a king. Royalty, baby, we light up the scene. He bring the thunder, me the lightning. The black Romeo and Juliet, the love that they giving me in full effect, ayy. So say hi when we fly by, with the true definition of swag, Zambia, Zimbabwe, collabo, Cleo Ice Queen, John Praise up in the building, Mr. Camera, Kikero, one time I see you, salute, my soldier, see you.
Otimbi na Timbelio. Wasafi.
Osali no lokote, otokino kututo. na pete kaka bongo yo beba pesa ya. Yo beba pesa ya. Cleopatra Mukula.
Ase otelo mino na kwe Osalino lokote Na motokia chibude Wataka ule wewe
Yo beba pesa yo.
Yo beba pesa yo.
Les pacificateurs jusqu'au bout. Vital Kameni. Yuma no gagati. Zoba no gagati. Yuma no gagati. Zoba no gagati. ORK, Initiative Plus. Toza Golia, Toza Gomela, Toyena programme. Nije, Linie, Nije, Liniete, yo beba pesa yo. Babezaya, Kilo Burunda, Jean-Paul Bishweka, Obani Boulon na 10, Olemino na 12, Talabaninga ba continue, Nasimandanga sale yo bafuta. La haute gamme Elga Elegance, yo bafuta yo. Salomon Ben Salomon, Yuma no gagati, Zoba no gagati, Yuma no gagati, Zoba no gagati. Le MVP, Sergi Maka.
Okay. Oya, Sukuma, we, Simba na washa moto. Sukuma, we, ambia walale watoto.
Basta cheza shubaka yoko Sayoko Yani kamo na chamadoko Moko moko Wape, wape, wape. Nasema wape, 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 wape. Sasa wape, some takasha wape. Komesha wape, nyuno ya kwenye cha wape. Nongesha wape.
Oya, mateka, mikono juu. Yambu shusha chini. Yeka tena juu. Shusha kwa kiuno.
Tunanyatia nyatia, tako nyatia nyatia. Tunanyatia nyatia, tako nyatia nyatia. Tunanyatia nyatia, tako nyatia nyatia.
Excellence ZK. La fondation est plus forte. Parfumerie Stéphanie Napoulman. Aïe. Boss, Eric Mandala. You wanna know me? Le patron Boss, Ahmed Achou. Papa Benjamin Wenga. Patty Benz. Aïe.
Boss, Mama Dangote. Ricardo Momo. Doni Fubwe, salimia mkubwa fela.
Kindapi. Komeka Kutunde. Afro Congo.
Le grand Don Mendes.
Le président Théobi Namungu. VIP Sans. Albert Mboyo, mon vieux. Molodoi leader.
When you think water, think Aquamax. Aquamax.
See how it works. I'm a money lender. When someone wants money, they bring collateral. If I'm interested in the collateral, that's where you come in. We steal their money when they fail to pay.
So you don't want to give us the money? Give us the money right now.
No.
way happier with DSTV's 2020. All you have to do is pay for your DSTV subscription and you get up to 42% discount. What's more, you get upgraded to the next package.
At one?
Just pay for your current package and get upgraded to the next package. With DSTV, even when times are tough, we got you.
For you, I can do anything.
Now, that's 2020. DSTV. Feel every moment. T's and C's apply.
Getting me started in the morning, getting me going through the day. Creamy, yummy, fruity blend. Getting me going through the day.
For those school lunches, for that much needed break at the office, or just to replenish your energy levels. For that all-day, everyday soothing refreshment, nothing beats the refreshing fruity milkiness of Shake and Sip Fruity Milk. Shake and Sip, when fresh meets fruity.
Trade Kings, improving lives.
Thursday's Diamond Live, Friday Junior is here, and I know that what you expected is probably that the next couple of days was going to be really tense. But all you have to do is stay calm and make sure that you don't live your normal life, but make sure you add like a lot of notches to how secure you're going to be protecting yourself, because COVID-19 is now a part of our reality, and it's important that we stay safe and don't find ourselves to have the virus. But if we do, we make sure that we seek medical help, because we actually can get better based on the advice that's going to be given by medical professionals. Medical professionals who are actually going to be joining us on the show tonight from the Ministry of Health to talk about COVID-19, and we have so much more that's coming up on the show tonight. That's why we're here. My name is Jonah.
My name is Malama.
Oh, Bob Marley.
And my name is Jeswa.
Buyoya. Buyoya, buyoya, buyoya. Ah, this man loves to tease me.
Are you not...
How am I Bob Marley? Because I've got dreadlocks? Are you stereotyping me?
I'm not stereotyping. Is it?
Yeah.
I can't stereotype Bob Marley. Is he not the guy that sang One Love?
So why are you stereotyping? Why
stereotyping you how? By saying you're Bob. No,
why are you referring to me as Bob?
Leave it there at him teasing you. Not
I want to understand why he's calling me Bob. Why are you calling me Bob?
Because you look like Bob. Can you do this? There we go. Or is it Lucky?
Do it!
Or Senzo?
Nah, bro. Nah, bro.
None of that.
None of that.
Okay,
none of
great.
that. It's just Malama, guys. It's just Malama.
Malama Dube. Malamali. Malamali.
Malamali, I like that.
Oh, no.
What happened? You're giving her all of those names. I mean, every time... Yeah, well, anyway.
Jonah has a new name. Jonah has a new name for me, I think, almost every single day. If it's not every day, then at least every 2 days. But a week will not pass. And I'll have a name.
Could it be your outfit or how you look or how you sound?
Just how I look. Sometimes it would be anything. Whatever. I could say something and he would just refer it to some other person, and then all of a sudden I'm that person.
Well, anyway, coming up on the show tonight, we'll give you highlights of what the day has been like in Today in a Snap. We want you to know how you can prevent the coronavirus, and if you've got more questions, we have another doctor today coming in from the Ministry of Health and some of the measures being put in place by the ministry, and also some of the questions when it comes to when somebody actually does contract the virus, because we talk a lot about preventing the virus, but that doesn't mean that some people may not have it. You might potentially have the virus, and so how do we deal with it at that point? But a lot of people commute. A lot of people get on buses almost on a daily basis. A lot of people on a daily basis, even where we're sitting here. But how do they stay safe and make sure that they don't contract the virus when they're on those buses? It's very important. It's something that we've not thought about, you know. We've been talking about getting hand sanitizer for people, and it's in the office, in the schools, and all of that. But how do they stay safe on that bus?
Yeah. I mean, it's something to be really concerned about, especially because we know the Zambian system. If you've been on a bus, you know. That's it for 3, 5 of you.
4.
No, but that's it. I think the front seat, like the first seat, especially on the small buses, I feel like the front, for me personally, they say 4, but for me personally, I think it's 3 people if you're an adult.
Don't they say that? At 4 per kg, right?
Then the big bus at the back, apparently it miraculously grows, and apparently it accommodates 5 people when it should be 4. I don't know what's so special about the back seat, but somehow apparently it gets bigger.
But the bigger bus is actually a bit more convenient. The Rosa buses in Lusaka, they're a bit more convenient, except for the back.
Except for the back seat. Everywhere else is 4. But for the smaller buses, it's also 4. Till you get to that one, then some of them even put like a makeshift stool so that, or Dixon, you're facing somebody and they're breathing in your face. I don't know.
And you want me to edit, but I mean, speaking of buses today, quite a funny incident I had today. I mean, in fact, I was actually impressed looking at the fact that there's one of the buses that I got on today had almost like 5-6 people actually wearing face masks, and I was like, okay. It looks like a lot of people are getting there, and they do understand reality is that we have COVID-19 in the country. And one person that was sitting actually in the front seat sneezed. And this guy that was seated like right next, second row from the driver's seat, the driver said, okay. It was so funny, like, oh my goodness.
It's
like the guy was literally jumping, getting off the bus.
It's very hectic. I know they said don't panic.
To overreact though.
Yeah, don't panic. If you don't need a mask, you don't need it. But I know some people are just taking it as an extra precautionary measure.
But that's one of the things coming up in Today in a Snap. To Diamond Live. What do you do when the virus is next to you? Mbax, that's what they call him, South Africa's sports transport minister. Look at me touching my face. Fikile Mbalula was at a briefing. So the briefing was about coronavirus, right? Yeah. It's a briefing about coronavirus, and then one of the ministers, his counterpart, Minister of Home Affairs was speaking and started sneezing, and this is what happened.
We are not punishing them. In fact, the action might be protecting those countries against ourselves. Because remember, inside it, the country with the highest
He doesn't know.
He moved. No, he didn't get off the chair. He moved. Look at the facial. That facial expression.
It's like how?
Sent me. I'm telling you, it sent me. He was like,
how fit?
Oh, look at that. He's like,
That was scary. I would literally move.
I know.
Then it's just like
that look was just it sent me. It really did. But then
and you know, pretty much this is what I asked the question. Is it about anyone that sneezes or coughs? And it looks like it's in our heads, you know.
You gotta be careful. I told you that I was feeling a bit, and I tell you this, I've been feeling this way from the time I just heard that there's cases of coronavirus. Like, I'm so attentive to how I am.
Yeah.
Like I really am attentive to how I am. So this morning before I came to work, every time when I put my cologne, I kind of get a bit of sinus, like for the first 5 minutes before it settles in. Then today I was paying so much attention to it, I started feeling the other symptoms. I started paying attention. I was there standing, I'm like, am I having a headache? Am I having a dry throat?
Oh my gosh. You guys, calm down. Just calm down. Don't panic, guys. Don't panic. Otherwise, we're going to have unnecessary people going to the hospitals and filling up spaces, and we just can't have that, guys. We just can't have that.
Especially not us. But earlier on today, social media went ablaze because at the briefing earlier on by the Ministry of Health, there was a statement that bars were going to be open for 2 hours. But what stood out was 2 hours. Later on, there was a clarification, but there was later a clarification that was made by himself, and he was saying, well, bars can actually operate until 22. It's not even clear, like from the statement, it's not clear. Is it up to 22 hours? Because it says 22 hours they must start winding up. But to me, it sounds like they've got the option to just
continue.
That's what it is. I mean, for me, in that statement, it feels like we must reduce, bar owners must reduce the number of hours. So at whatever time that you close the bar, it must be at least less 2 hours. So if you close at midnight, then probably you should be winding up by 22. So pretty much I think that is the direction that I feel like the minister was trying, that is the message that was trying,
less
was trying
2
to get
hours.
out.
Okay, that's an interesting point.
Yeah, so
but I think if that's what they were trying to say, it was poorly delivered. If
but
that's what they were trying to say.
Now here's my thinking. My personal thinking is doesn't really matter what time the bar closes, because look, coronavirus doesn't have a specific time where they open the gates and
now activated.
Yeah, like coronavirus is on the streets, run for it's there, like it's there. So it doesn't matter whether we meet for 1 minute or we meet for 10 minutes or we meet for 10 hours. The fact is, if I've got it, you've got a chance of getting it. Now the thing is, I know they're trying to reduce the risk of staying longer together. But look, if everybody knows that
the bar is closed,
so they'll go earlier. All of them will go there earlier.
Yeah, and it's just, it doesn't make sense to me. I was okay with the 2 hours, open from a certain time, close at a certain time. I know it might have a lot of people try and rush to beat that 2 hours, but also try and minimize the number of people in a gathering, because at least maybe you could try and reduce infection. But I think they should, if it were up to me, if I was government, completely, exactly.
Nobody's gonna die from not drinking.
If it were me, you will not enjoy your Friday.
Pretty much gonna be a little bit difficult. I mean, I got a lot of phone calls from bar owners asking me what is the government's position. I actually told them to watch time online, but this is what I feel. I feel like if you're going to have to reduce the number of hours, also probably government might be thinking that it's about the numbers. It's about the numbers. Imagine you are in this place for 5 hours.
Numbers, you're talking about money. Are you talking about money?
No, not money. I'm saying if you're in a place for 5 hours and you're told to only be there for 3 hours, for example, the number of people that are going to get the virus in 3 hours is not compared to the number of people that might get it in 5 hours.
Except, the argument to that, Cheswa, the difference is, in fact, what my counter thought to that is, if the space was open for, the bars are open for 12 hours in a day, right? Yeah. You get it opens at 12 hours. There's a lot of people that prefer to go earlier because they don't want the crowd. But then now they've been put in the same space. Everybody, the ones who come at 18 hours, the ones who come at 20 hours, all of you are supposed to come at this time. Then all of them are going to come at the same time. What does that mean? The place is going to be overcrowded.
But that is not the same amount of hours that they should have stayed there if they prolong the hours.
This is why they should have just shut down completely. This is why they should have just shut down completely. Just put a proper lockdown. You want to have a drink? Guess what? Drink from home.
So South Africa is doing this, and we're asking, does coronavirus have curfew? This is what the South African Minister of Police said.
At 6, anywhere in the country except your house. Nobody. So there is one point that we need to clarify. They were asking about restaurants. Restaurants, you can continue to eat less than 50, but no alcohol, only food. 6 is shut down, complete shutdown when it comes to alcohol. You will be able only in your own house, nowhere else. So that must be clear. Anybody that sells alcohol and consume alcohol at any other place except your own place, you are liable for any form of punishment. That is from Monday to Friday. Saturday, you consume no alcohol after 1. And Sunday, unless you are in your father's place or your own place.
Interesting how South Africa is dealing with it, but I understand the rationale behind the alcohol, because alcohol is a depressant. It just reduces your level of thinking and all of that. People hug each other. Now that's their time to tell your brother you love them and just be emotional. So it's better when they're not drinking.
I'm thinking you're actually high, and then we can't actually say, I can't shake your hand. Is that possible?
No, it's not. They just
possible.
So the alcohol part is very convenient, and it makes a lot of sense. But
it does. I love the idea of go home, have your drinks. I think it's better because you're better off in your own home than being on the outside. Just on the weekend, one what?
Yeah, like 1. Is it 1 a.m.? Is it 1 p.m.?
But you know what? I would actually, I would prefer not even taking alcohol than drink it myself. I wouldn't buy alcohol and go and drink it myself alone in the house. I think I wouldn't do that.
That's a topic for another day.
Yeah, that's a topic for another day, and let's not get there. But something very quickly before we get to look at our day's topic is just how we guys, Mama is a tender soccer fan, but she could watch something else, the crime things that she watches on YouTube or whatever. But for the guys, it's hectic. We're almost starting. Cheswa is not a fan of soccer either. We're almost starting to watch old games like 1994 World Cup. Reminiscing games. But this is how crazy it's become. I'm trying to find manuals on what to do when, of course, PlayStation, I think, and playing FIFA there. But I love sport, I wanna watch banter. I miss the banter.
I showed my mom. There was this video of Stone Cold Steve Austin in an empty stadium or ring or whatever, and there was like no people in the background. So I showed my mom. I said, "Woo, shame," because my mother is a huge wrestling fan. My mother is like A1 wrestling fan. So I showed her. I said, "Yeah, this is how you're going to be watching the wrestling games." She was so sad. Why? Because there was like no cheers. There was like nothing. Like the whole place is just dead quiet. And I'm like, yeah, it's going to be a wild one for people who love sport.
Go on for long. I mean, people are going to be tired of staying there.
Yeah, I mean, I miss Formula One. I'm a big Formula One fan, and I miss it. I want to get back.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we take a look at the day's topic, how to prevent coronavirus. And if you do have the virus, how do you stay clear of transmitting it to other people and get out of it? So we're going to be joined by experts from the Ministry of Health right after this.
Form King boasts itself in being a leading foam manufacturer that has a significant contribution in providing quality guaranteed mattresses and other foam products. We are major suppliers to national institutions such as hospitals, schools, hotels, lodges, and other established wholesale and retail organizations. Form King utilizes only high-quality raw materials sourced from leading suppliers. Our high-quality fabrics are especially made and designed for each of our mattresses and bed ranges. With precision carpentry skills coupled with advanced tech machinery, we are able to meet all your needs. Visit our head office on plot 6300 Kabundi Road off Mumbwa Road. Email sales@formking.com.zm. Call us on +260 211 287652 or 286776. Visit our Ndola office on plot 3084 Nakambala Road. Email us at sales.ndl@formking.com.zm or call us on +260 212 651 130 or 650 158. Visit our website on www.formking.com.zm. Form King, our secret to a good night's sleep.
It's Easter promotion time again. The time for all families to own a Topster digital migration decoder has finally come. Enjoy an amazing 30% discount on Topster decoders this Easter period. Get yourself a DTT decoder for only 129 kwacha from 199 kwacha. Watch more than 100 channels by getting yourself a DTH combo decoder for only 299 kwacha from 399 kwacha. Both plus 1 month of free subscription. Hurry now and grab yourself a share of this massive discount gift and enjoy the greatest series, The General's Daughter, which premieres on 25th March at 2040 daily on Novella E+. And also enjoy exciting Star Life, Fox and Kids channels plus more. Get your family a Topster gift this Easter season. It never gets better than this. Topster, enjoy digital life.
Thank you for staying right where you've been. So we continue telling you more and more that you need to know about the coronavirus, COVID-19, which Zambia has got an outbreak. We had 2 cases confirmed yesterday by the Minister of Health, Dr. Chitalu Chilufya, a male and female, a couple actually, that had traveled to France for holiday. And so they tested positive to the coronavirus. Today there was an update by the Ministry of Health again. 8 contact persons are being investigated and are closely being monitored by the Ministry of Health as they could potentially have the coronavirus. They don't have it as of now. No confirmation has been made and no new cases have been recorded of the virus by the Ministry of Health so far. So they continue following up the other 82 passengers that were on that flight that had those 2 people, as was mentioned in today's briefing. And a number of measures have been put in place further to ensure that the spread of the disease doesn't happen at all. But how do you prevent it in your home? And in the event that you've got it, what do? That's why we're joined by Dr. Kalangwa Kalangwa, who's coming in from the Ministry of Health, Assistant Director, Promotions, Health Promotion, and he's going to be speaking with us on the show. Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, a lot of people now are getting concerned or beginning to start to take care of the environment, if that's how I'd like to put it. But I would like us to just start off this way. Some people have been saying people with the coronavirus have something similar to the usual flu, and usual flu is actually the medication that is being used for them on top of the isolation or the quarantine. Is this accurate?
So, the usual flu and the COVID-19, they have similar signs and symptoms. So you find that, I'm sure all of you have suffered from the flu. You have the headache, the cough, sneezing, then someone may have difficulties in breathing. But you find for COVID-19, most of the times people don't have complications of the common flu. It resolves on its own. But for the COVID, it may proceed. Someone can have a pneumonia or they can have end organ damage that can actually lead to death. So by looking, you can't actually differentiate the common flu from coronavirus infection or disease. So you find that one of the important things is the test. So those who have the symptoms need to actually be tested so that you read out, is this coronavirus or it's just a normal flu?
Now, also, I'd like to know from you then, what exactly are the medical experts then doing to different...
Flu is common.
Yeah.
But wait, we'll go out into the market. This time we're saying, because this infection can easily spread, we're encouraging people to stay at home. So remember, in terms of the treatment, you've all heard that there is no actually specific treatment for COVID. So it resolves on its own, right? So people are given supportive treatment, just like when you have a flu. So if you're having a headache, you'll be given something to relieve your pain. If your body temperature is high, you're having a fever, you'll be given medication to lower your temperature. And if you're having difficulties in breathing, you'll be put on oxygen. So what makes it different is, in normal flu, we don't expect you to have those complications. But this one can actually lead to complications. So people need to be under watch in case they have severe infection.
Oh, okay, that adds up now. Because so the reason why, one of the major reasons why these people have got to go to these health institutions is because it could potentially get out of hand. It's got the symptoms very similar to the normal flu, and it could resolve like the normal flu.
Yeah.
But the medical
flu like symptom. But when it goes to severe forms, where someone has got severe pneumonia, the kidneys shut down, then in that case they can have it can lead to death. So the most important thing is, when someone is very sick, one, we want to quarantine them. Remember, it's infectious. So when we find someone is sick, we want to isolate them so that they don't spread the infection. And whoever they had contact with, let's say for example if I test positive, everyone that I stay with has to be followed up, isolated. Then you do follow-up tests to make sure that we don't have, because remember, once it just goes out there, it means we cannot contain it. So the main reason why people go to the hospital is to prevent the spread, and should they have complications, the complications should be handled.
But I mean, I'm curious to know, what type of medication then does someone use, someone that tests positive for coronavirus?
So remember, all those that test positive for coronavirus are managed in the hospital. So they're not managing from home. So once we test, they go to the isolation center. And when they go that side, as I said, what they get is supportive medication. There is no specific treatment. Remember, when someone has got malaria, you give them Coartem. So Coartem actually kills the malaria parasite. But we don't have any drugs which are specific for COVID. So when they go outside, if they're having a fever, you give them what? Paracetamol to lower the temperature. If they're having pain, the paracetamol will take up the pain. If they're having difficulties in breathing, what do? You put them on oxygen. So you support them with ventilation so that the lungs don't get tired.
Can I give an example? Can I give an example? That sounds to me very similar to HIV, because there's no cure for it. And I know it's different from coronavirus because you could eventually be negative from coronavirus. But with HIV, there isn't a medication. And when you've got the virus, it's not the virus that's going to kill you. It's other diseases that you might contract based on your immune system. So when people have HIV, they usually easily get other infections, and then they are treated for those. So this is kind of a similar situation, isn't it?
In some way, for coronavirus, it's the coronavirus infection which is actually going to kill you, right? But one of the things that have been found is that people who have other underlying infections are at an increased risk of dying. So if you look at the statistics, most of the people who are dying are the elderly, those who are diabetic, poorly controlled diabetic, those who are HIV positive, and their CD4 count is low. So those who have that predisposing condition are actually at an increased risk of dying from the COVID.
Wow. So, I mean, I'm just curious again, at what stage, because I mean, this is a debate that we had, similar to yesterday's. At what stage really could I get worried if I've got a cough or a flu, and I begin to bring out all of these symptoms? I mean, we talked about how many people would want to flood the hospitals and all of that.
Yeah, we were talking about it just earlier.
I mean, at what stage really would you really say that, okay, now I think I need to get tested?
Okay. So remember, the principle is the same like all other conditions. The earlier, the better. So remember, the earlier we find the disease, the better it is. If you have a disease and you wait till you have your kidneys failing, it becomes very difficult to treat. But if someone comes early, they test positive, and they are given that medical care as early as possible, the chances of them dying also reduces. So the earlier someone goes to the hospital, the better. So remember, when you have a flu, we also want to clear you as fast as possible, so that we make sure that we reduce the risk.
So everybody with the flu, man.
So I'm in an office setup, and I just sneeze. Should I get worried?
You're in an office setup, you start sneezing.
Yeah, I think you wouldn't be worried. We would be worried.
Yeah, we would be worried.
So the thing is, sneezing one-off, we shouldn't be worried. That's a normal. Remember, it's a normal reaction by the body, right? So coughing, we do cough, but it's that persistent cough. Someone is coughing continuously, you're sneezing continuously, you're having that headache, you're having chest pain, then you need to go to the hospital.
So how should somebody then approach, when they get to the hospital, how do they approach the situation? Because then again, they don't want to alert. They might not know whether or not they've got the virus. So how do they now begin to engage maybe with a health official? Do they just come outright and say, look, I'm having flu-like symptoms. It may not be corona. I don't know, but I would just like to get tested.
Okay. So one of the strategies that we're using to make sure that we reduce the risk, you all know the situation in the hospitals, how many people. So that's why we provided those numbers. So what's happening is, if someone has those symptoms, right, one of the things that we do is we do contact tracing. So we look at, did you have any contact, right? Did you have any contact with someone who came from, let's say, for example, outside? And then outside the country. If you had contact, right, as you call, so someone is going to screen. If you call those numbers, someone is going to use the screening to actually check, do you have the flu-like symptoms, right? Are you having a headache? Are you having cough? Are you having difficulties breathing? And then a team is going to come and visit you. If you meet the criteria, they'll come and visit you and do the test.
So that's why it's very important that people call those numbers, so that if they feel they have those symptoms, they call and specialists will come to them.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. It makes a lot of sense. So at what point do the professionals rule out the possibility?
So when they come in, right? If they come in and they find you have a flu, let's say it's at home, they'll collect the samples, but you have to undergo self-quarantine. So at that moment, you're not supposed to mix with anyone in the family. In the house, you're not supposed to mix with the family members. You sit in your own room. Make sure that you have a schedule. If it's going to bath, you don't meet with people. In terms of contact, social distancing, 2 meters away if you're coughing, right? So that you reduce the risk of spreading it to other people until you are cleared from. So when the tests come out, then you're cleared then. That's when we can now go.
I just want to get something off my chest. I mean, I know that the virus is in the droplets and on the door handles and on the surfaces, basically.
Yes.
I mean, would you recommend then that people start to take seriously wearing of gloves, the mask? I could see a lot of people already now getting into the habit of wearing these masks and all of that. Would you say there's some more of a significant percentage that could help prevent the virus if I'm wearing gloves or a face mask?
So gloves. So what we're encouraging people is hand washing. Remember, the traditional hand washing is one of the most effective ways of preventing infection. So gloves, sometimes you find you're wearing gloves, you touch your trousers, you remove them, you touch your trousers and you hold your mouth. So we encourage people to regularly wash their hands. That's why we're saying each and every institution, shopping mall, wherever you go, there should be a place designated for people to wash their hands. Masks. So that people where, let's say for example, you're going to a bus, right? Where you know that it's congested. It's justifiable to actually wear a mask. If you're at home, you're alone in the room, there's really no reason why you should wear a mask. So those people where you know that you're going into a high-risk area, you're going to visit a patient in the hospital, then wearing a mask could actually help.
Finally, as we get to conclude this discussion, look, I've got symptoms, for example. I live in a household of 5. I test positive to coronavirus. I'm quarantined. And the rest of the family is tested. Let's say they test negative. How do we rid the house of the virus? Maybe where I touched. Maybe I was sneezing and the virus was on the door handle or something. To make sure that nobody could potentially get it. How do we rid homes and workplaces of the remains of the virus somebody could have had?
Yeah. So I think the first important thing is once someone tests positive, if you're at home, you're moved. You don't quarantine from home. So you're moved from home to the hospital. So then the next ideal thing is to make sure that you disinfect the area. But remember, the surfaces, one of the most important things is washing your hands. So as you wash your hands, remember as you're moving around, you're touching doors.
Different things.
It's very, they say the hands can touch a lot of things.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't even realize. You're just there, you're holding flowers. So you find running away from the virus might actually be a bit difficult. But by simply washing your hands, you can actually prevent the virus from getting into your nose. And then also avoid touching your mouth and nose. Most of the times, we touch the mouth and the nose and the eyes without knowing.
Yeah.
You find you just seated. If I took a video of you, you'll be shocked how unknowingly you're touching your mouth. But we're encouraging people, let's avoid touching the mouth.
Oh, last question. I'm just thinking, how? Because I'm one person who's just gotten out of hand. Yeah, like I'm always going crazy. How often should I wash my hands? Like, is there now? Is there a point where you say, okay, like
it's too much now?
It's too much. Is it every after I touch a surface of something that I must wash my hands?
So there is no recommended number of times, but we encourage as many times as possible.
So I'm okay, Malama.
So as many times as possible.
But it's sanitizer. Okay, I would like to know, because this is something I think I'd love to keep bringing up until people get it, because I keep seeing it over and over again in different WhatsApp groups and things like that. Sanitizer. People keep using sanitizer. Even we'll do it. You use your sanitizer, you go to the next place, you use sanitizer again. Yeah. And you might ignore the water bucket because sanitizer. But I know product buildup also does happen with sanitizer. And if you wash your hands after some time, the water looks a different color altogether. So should people be comfortable that sanitizer is enough? The more they keep doing it, are they much safer? Also, with the more that they do it?
So the teaching, right? We always encourage people to use water. And soap, right? Soap and water to wash their hands. But remember, sanitizer also helps, right? It helps to clean. Especially there are situations where sanitizer becomes easier to use.
Convenient.
For example, there are places where it's difficult for you to actually get a bucket. But remember, with sanitizer, you are adding it on your hand. So if you have dirt on your hand and you apply sanitizer, it's not like your hands will get clean. It will just kill the germs, but they'll still look dirty.
Plus, and I know that because the more you apply sanitizer, at some point when it gets dry, you could literally do this and it's coming off. You could see it coming off. So you've got to...
Sounds so gross. Well, one thing I think that keeps popping up, I know I did bring this up yesterday, but is the issue of homemade sanitizers. I've seen that people want to use methylated spirit. And
Charles, for example, was saying they must even put lemons and glycerin.
There's a lot of remedies out there when it comes to homemade sanitizers because our suppliers are now extorting the people. So, for those that feel it might be cheaper to just make their own, what advice would you have for them? And also this issue of methylated spirit and glycerin, does it work?
So remember, hand sanitizer contains alcohol, and methylated spirit also is
alcohol.
Yeah, so if you mix it, it actually has some disinfection property. But remember, if you don't have hand sanitizer, we are encouraging people to go the traditional.
Just wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Wash your hands thoroughly. It actually helps to remove. Your hands will remain clean. They'll be don't have any
Dr. Kalangu, I think one of the reasons why a lot of people have been doing that is because there's been like a perception that the only thing that's working is hand sanitizer. So some people have just had the perception that, so they start thinking because hand sanitizer smells like alcohol and it just feels like it's killed
the packaging as well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but the truth is the traditional way of hand washing with soap. Remember, I'm sure you all know the...
Speaking of traditional ways of washing hands, Dr. Finally. Can you please, I know there was a hand washing day. I know there's a certain procedure when it comes to washing hands and people just think and you go. But I know, you're supposed to rub around your thumbs, in between your fingers, around your wrists, yes, your palms, your nails as well. So would you advise people as well to keep their nails very short? Because there are those who like to stretch katok time.
Yes. The nails should be short. Keep the nails short and clean tie.
For 20 seconds, at least 20 seconds.
20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, up to 20.
People are actually studying a hand wash challenge, something that I saw on Facebook. Well, maybe we should promote that much more.
Absolutely. Anyway, thank you so much for coming through tonight.
You're most welcome.
We hope you stay safe because you should. Very important that you do that. And if you get any symptoms, make sure that you call those numbers and just follow it up and make sure that you get yourself tested. We'll take a break, but we want to talk about you on the bus and how you could stay safe.
For those school lunches, for that much-needed break at the office, or just to replenish your energy levels. For that all-day, everyday soothing refreshment, nothing beats the refreshing fruity milkiness of Shake and Sip Fruity Milk. Shake and Sip, when fresh meets fruity.
Trade Kings, improving lives.
Woi, lilo tikubu tigo ni zona. Woi, nisha ukanka mais. Nuna njala ngala pa haiti. Mongali kata tizeo. Kantaulo samba kumanja kulibe. Hygienic Spanish.
Imwe, contravening Cap 7 of hygiene roads. Mkudia sa samba kumanja. Je hygiene ya branch. Bad hygiene malpractice. Apa numba diarrhea. Yala mixta assault pamala. Sinza kina James Yamande sio pala la monga ya kudala. That's why mfuko sambila na hygienic soap. Mabera you. Of supporting.
Please, madam.
Go and hygienics and kurukuta them right now. Hygienic soap is a powerful antibacterial soap with active silver technology formulated to kill 99.9% of germs.
Hygienic soap. You are safe in our hands.
They say every kingdom can exist even without a queen. But these queens say nay. They take pride in wearing their crowns and they don't need kings to glimmer and glitter like mica. And just like a Rambo movie, they rip off their sleeves as they feast on various debatable topics that will get you groveling at their feet.
So ladies, are you ready to take our sleeves off?
I just don't trust a man. A man is capable of doing anything. Doesn't matter whether you're a baby, whether you're in school uniform or whatever, a man will rape you. Queen Mimi! What attracts you first to laugh?
It's A!
Bow down to your majesties, Tosh, Mimi, and Bombshell, the queens of Lusaka, every Wednesday and Friday at exactly 10:30 p.m. only on the home of Z-Pop Culture.
Chosamand, Fakapo Mutima #1. Nothing is impossible for you under the sun. Make way for you, do what you do, and master the power that you got. Kung Fu, Nkala Siliasi, Wasitiembekeza iwe utipulumusi, Holo mapresha ya tipeze ya tizingulusi, Titetekera iwe ungapange koma samu, Tilangize ko show me power, show me Kung Fu, and that's why I can see your power deep inside. If you really wanna do it, you know you can fly. No excuse, no apologies, do you? Show me what you got, unleash your power, Kung Fu.
Trade Kings, improving lives. Introducing Boom Household Bleach for those stubborn stains that stay forever. Boom Household Bleach protects your home from stains and germs. Trade Kings, improving lives.
This one goes out to all our dreamers.
You are